Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Garrett here. Today, the key to motivation. People are forever asking, how do you motivate a person? People in management, teachers, and parents ask, how does one go about bringing out more of the best in people for their own good as well as the good of society? The answer to that question was given in the 17th century by the French scientist and philosopher René Descartes. I forgot in which of his works he said it, but I remember that he said, imagination is the key to motivation, and truer words were never put together. If you would motivate a person, teach him the importance of imagination. You have only to think back to the times in your own life when you've been filled with excitement and interest and enthusiasm. Hasn't it almost always been at times when you've come up with a great idea, when your imagination is all fired up? Imagination is a sign of youthfulness in any person, young or old. In fact, keeping the imagination active will help a person remain young in everything but years all his life. All right, how to stimulate the imagination of others? With some people, it isn't necessary. They're just naturally imaginative people who were raised in families in which imagination played a major role. But I think it's safe to say that these people, adults I'm talking about, are rather rare. Every business has people, wonderfully talented, who can take an idea and work wonders with it, but they don't come up with ideas themselves, and let's face it, most people don't. The way to stimulate imagination is to establish the climate for it. It is simply to ask for it. One way is to point out to people that their jobs will change remarkably for the better in the years ahead as new and better ideas come along. And ask them if they can come up with some of these ideas, and ask them if they can come up with some of those ideas now. Why wait for someone else to come up with the good ideas? Maybe we can come up with them first. Another way is to make sure people are made a part of new plans, that they feel their ideas and contributions are needed and important, that they're vital members of the team. A few years ago, a large oil company asked its salespeople to give some thought and come up with some answers to this question. What will the service station be like 10 years from now? Management was amazed and delighted by the answers. These people calling on service stations every day were eminently qualified to give some intelligent and exciting answers to that question. The same sort of thing will work with any group, and it will add new interest to the job. Suggestion systems are fine and have made great contributions, but they're largely passive. The best way to stimulate ideas and imagination is to ask questions, to ask for help. As for management, people themselves, studies seem to indicate that they seldom bother to think very much between crises. They too need stimulation in the imagination department. René Descartes was right. The key to motivation is imagination, whether we're motivating others or ourselves. When imagination is working, boredom and stagnation disappear. It's a great way to look at how we, stay motivated in our own lives. I was thinking about this the other day, and when you think about what gets you excited, it's usually when you are imagining, the possibilities or what it would be like to, drive a new car or visit a new place or something like that. And I think when your imagination is really, really strong, and you can keep the picture on your forefront of your mind, you're able to, move yourself psychologically to a new future, and it's just a matter of time for your physical body to catch up to yourself. So, nowadays or today, take some time to imagine what the rest of your day is going to look like. Get yourself motivated to doing things like working out or, doing a new project at work, starting a new project, and then continuing with the imagination and using it to finish it. So you're only going to stay motivated if your desires are there, if your wants are there, and it takes an imagination to create those things. So start with your imagination. As children, it's really easy to stay motivated. their imaginations are extremely strong and they live their lives in it. So, as adults, if you remember what it's like, I think you can agree that our imaginations have really quietened down as we got older. So let's reignite that, use your imagination and try and figure out what it is in your life that you truly want. If you feel stuck, if you feel, like there must be more to life than just this groundhog rat race day. If that's how you feel, it's time to start looking at, what you're doing in life. You're probably just so stagnant. You're not imagining what possibilities are and just going through life with, the ideas that you have to pay the bills and get things like that done. And that's just not the way to live. That's not a life of happiness and a life of excitement, a life of fulfillment. That's just existing. Stop for a moment, take some time, close your eyes and imagine what's possible for you. That'll get you excited to want to change. And if you want to go further than that, then contact us and get, direct message us, and we'll get on a call with you and help you guys, organize those thoughts. All right. Have an amazing Thursday, and enjoy that imagination of yours. We'll talk to you tomorrow.